Good morning and welcome. It is Sunday, the 10th of April. I am Flatcap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Okay, what we're going to do, we're a sleepy Sunday today. We've had the massive build-up of the Grand National, and then in the end, only Uncle David had the winner in the sweepstake and no one else actually had any money on the winner. Not entirely true. There was a few people out there. I did see one tipster who very genuinely tipped it up, which was excellent. It was a lovely fairy tale story, but ultimately there's not that many people I know who back Noble Yates. So there's not many people walking away from the National with profit, unfortunately. But that's how it goes sometimes. Sometimes the story, the fairy tale is better than the actual betting market. So I've got half day stake to remedy this clearly. We'll do the review of yesterday and then we'll do a word on the golf. All right, so yesterday it was mixed, and it does depend on what point you put your bets on and which bookmaker you put them on with to how you would have done. Overall, I would have thought most people are making a small loss from yesterday, but we'll go through it. So what do we have? First up, singles. So Eclair Surf fell at the third fence. Dingo Dollar unseated, but we did have Santini. So for the channel bet, it was 33-1. It was SP on Sky Bet. So I'm hoping the more of you went out there and got a better price. It was 50s when I did the video. Paddy Power paying 66s. So some of you got on that, which would have been nice. We then had Enjoyed It Alan, which fell at the first fence. So it really was not a great start when I was watching, to be honest. Fell at the first and fell at the third. That was gutting. And then Freewheeling Dylan, I really thought that looked like it was going to stay and be competitive. And it ended up coming unlucky 7th. And I'm fully aware yesterday I said, don't worry about 7th. So, you know, bet 365 is the best place to put your bet on. You would have got paid if you put it on with Sky Bet and I think Betfred. No one else paid it out, and annoyingly for us, we'd had that in our each way combo bets with the Masters, but at the point we put that bet on, we only got 5 places. So definite single place return on Santini, and some of you will have got Freewheeling Dylan. For the channel, I got 33s on Santini, and we got the 50-1 on Freewheeling Dylan. So it's the SPs on Sky Bet. So it was some return there. And then Fallers was a bit of the theme yesterday. So Don Levon went at the first. So I'd enjoyed the Allen at first and Don Levon at the first. Not just unlucky, it happens. Bushy Park, I think ended up pulling up. And then we obviously had Dingo Dollar on C, and Santini did indeed play. So had we got anything there, that would have been nice, but no. And then the lucky 15, Don Levon, Eclair Surf, they both fell. Barney's Bay was a bit disappointing. It actually got backed into favourite, but was only 8th. And then Grumpy Charlie stayed on and finished the race, but a distant 7th, where Sky Bet and most other bookies paid out 5. So nothing back in the lucky 15. We then went on to our Thirsk bet. That placed 5th. Prince of Bel Air was down the field 10th, I think. State of Bliss was 1 out the placings. Unashamed was 2nd. So the difference between State of Bliss coming 4th and 5th would have made the difference between us making profit or not yesterday. It didn't, so we didn't. And you got some back on there as a place double at the Thirst bet. And then this was a pile of trash. That was last. That was midfield. And that was down the field. So nothing back there. So I made it 30 on for Saturday, and on the channel we got 22.38 back, I think. So a 7.62 loss, or something thereabouts off the top of my head. So overall for the week we're down about £7.50 going into today, the last day. So we've got half stake going on today, and we've still got £20 going on to the golf that we've played. So I haven't calculated that in. So £7.50 down, and we've got technically 30 quid on today if you think about 20 on the golf and 10 on today's bet. All right, today's bet, what have we got? There's some nice races, but not necessarily the best permutations, and I'll talk about that. So I've got in the main bet here, Leo De Fury is my leg 1, 4 on Sky Bet. There's a couple that might other pay 4, but mostly bookies are 3 on it. It's worth a go, but 4th place is it could be helpful for that one. I don't know. So Leo De Fury 22-1. And then my horse of the day, but massive caveat. There's two of these big handicaps at the Curragh, and they've both got over 20 runners. And so I really like Mickey the Steel. But it's a really, really big field, and so you can get bashed around a lot, and you can find yourself on the wrong end of the pace angle. So with horse of the day with caution, definitely. So Mickey the Steel 16s in the 4:12 at Curragh. Sky are 6, most bookies are 5, and then we've got 5 o'clock Tramore paying 5 on Sky Bet. Others are as well. Some are 4. We've got Belgrove, so I'm basically going with the old experienced horse in this race. It is out of the handicap by a few pounds, but a lot of them haven't run over a chase before. So and it does love a bit of Tramore, that horse. So I'm taking a chance. I'm fully aware it's 14 years old. I think it's an unlikely winner, but hopefully a chance to place in is where we're going with that one. And then in the 5:20, the Curragh, which I can't believe Sky Bet are only paying 5 on. That's really really tight on their normal way of doing it. They would normally pay 6 on that race. We've gone Maths Gathering 20-1. We backed it the other week, I think, and it was down the field at 150s in the end. But I think it's coming back into form, so I'm taking a chance on it. So I've done a 20p each way, lucky 15. We've got a 50p each way single just on Mickey the Steel. And we've got a 50p each way double on the 2 big Curragh handicaps. So hopefully that is clear enough. That is bet 1. And then bet 2, we've just got a Trixie, no singles. So bet 2, these are coming a little bit. I'm a bit frustrated about that. So 205 Wincanton Toronto, it was 10s last night. 7s is still okay, so I'm taking it. 315 Wincanton. It's only a 6-runner race, so paying 2 places. Arizona Gold 10-1. And then the 4:30 Tramore, Sky are 4. I don't think anyone else is, but have a look around. What's your status? That's the one that caught me out. It was 25s last night, and I really wasn't worried about that price getting smashed in. And it has now. It's 9-1. It's still viable for the bet, but I wouldn't want it to go any lower really than 8s. It's probably got to be the limit before I wouldn't take it. These aren't the types of horses I would be betting singles. The other ones, you could have a go at singles on those. I wouldn't bet singles on these at all. 25p each way Trixie. That is it, £2 bet. So that's bet 1 and done, and bet 2 done. And then a word on the golf. We've definitely got some chance of getting some money back. It's all going to go down to see how close it gets though, because Scotty Scheffler still looks like he's likely to win, but Cam Smith's 3 shots behind him. We don't have those. What we do have is Dustin Johnson and Corey Connors, who are currently in the placings. And Webb Simpson's not far off. Mark Leishman was actually close enough to be considered. And then Kevin Na was close enough. He might have just drifted back because he was doing really, really well. And then he got to hole 15 bogeyed, hole 16 treble bogeyed, hole 17 bogeyed, and lost 5 shots in the last 4 holes. So he dropped away back. The main ones we want to focus on really are Dustin Johnson and Corey Connors, because they're in the placings, but they're also in the placings as far as our lucky 15 bet goes. So in that lucky 15, we've got a non-runner because we've got Paul Casey, but we've got Dustin Johnson to be in the top 5 Americans and Corey Connor in the top 4 rest of the world. So they're the main 2, because Bob McIntyre looks like he's probably a bit too far down the leaderboard now. So if Corey Connors and Dustin Johnson place and they get in the lucky 15, we should end up all right in the end on the golf. So that'll be our watch tonight. All right, I will be back in the morning. I'm not expecting it to be a massive day tomorrow, but what I will flag is I'll be normal video tomorrow, and then the rest of the week I'm away. So I am doing videos, but it will be on a much shorter format, which some of you will be delighted about because I'll talk less. But it'll be on a shorter format, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. So I am doing videos, but shorter format because I'm away. So I won't be taking all of my kit with me. All right, you enjoy Sleepy Sunday, enjoy those Curragh handicaps, but bear in mind, as I said, there's 20 plus runners. It's almost like looking at the Grand National again, because it can be a bit of a lottery. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. See you in the morning. Cheerio.